Alright, meteorologist Dean Davison, the Weather Pros, live, weatherblogs.com. Time for your weather update. Today is Monday, and it's roughly 6:15 p.m. We're going over the chances of precipitation, snow, rain, and all in between here on this forecast. So let's start off by looking at what's going to see over the next 6 hours, which is rainfall starts to try to come to the north, to the Appalachian area. We also have snow trying to move into parts of Iowa and parts of North Dakota, parts of Minnesota. And as we move right along, we get rain coming up the coast. We get strong southerly jet, which that'll allow some, you would think, warming air, but actually be cold. And it's going to bump up against a cold air damming situation. And there's where it's going to be interesting, because there's going to be certain areas that are going to actually might see some snow and sleet mixed in with this as it moves to the north. Let's try to get a low pressure system form off the coastline as it generates that kind of energy to the coast. And then that's when it moves off. Cold air takes its place, and we once again see another storm trying to get itself together on the southern jet. By the time we head into Thursday, we dive really far south. The 540 line is pretty much stuck in place south of Georgia. We're down in Florida at the 540 line. And then we're going to look at a more, let's put it this way, stronger system moving in to the Midwest coming up. By the time we get into Sunday, you see we have a pretty decent storm come out of the Midwest, and like Iowa and Minnesota is going to get hit strong. It's going to move east. It's going to hit Chicago. It's going to hit Indianapolis, Detroit, Milwaukee. This will move over into Pittsburgh, likely by that time frame. Even as far as Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, you may see this. And then we have rain to the south. And rain seems to take over as the thing comes up the coast, up in the Delaware Valley. It doesn't seem like cold enough for snow at that point. So we're into the 13th to around the 15th. And the pattern is getting active. Let's look at that part. The pattern has become extremely active, which is going to allow these storms to follow a track that would be more conducive for snowfall. As you see, we head in all the way to the 15th, where we try to get a low pressure system forming in South Carolina. This is where it could get interesting, because that's that low pressure pulls off the coast, pulls that cold air, pulled into the place. We could have some significant, if not major snowfall develop along the northeast coast and mid-Atlantic coast if that follows the projection. So that's something we got to keep an eye on. Now we're jumping into the simulated radar 4K NAM, and you see we have the Delaware Valley to the north here. I'm going to point at it right there, Bedford County. So we have both these now in look here. You got DC in the middle. We'll see what we're going to have over the next couple hours. As you see, the precipitation will increase as we overnight and into tomorrow. And will spread into the north, into the Roanoke Valley. This will also spread north, the clouds north, into the Delaware Valley, as this rain tries to get itself to move further and further north. We're looking at a steady rain, which is what we've been needing for a while here in the Delaware Valley, in the Roanoke Valley, and even the Delaware Valley, where we are in drought conditions. You can see we get sleet going up against the mountains. This precipitation then moves towards New Jersey. You see some freezing rain and sleet up in the higher elevations. And stronger rain, and even some thunderstorms may be particularly occurring by the time we get to tomorrow evening. We also have to watch for those maybe sleet bursts that are showing up. We then start to dry out as the storms move into the north and the east, and actually makes form a line of thunderstorms a quasi-linear convective system, which could affect New Jersey with some wind further up the road. So we're talking about Wednesday we could be looking at wind with the line of storms that goes through. So that being said, it's going to be a wet day come tomorrow, and the pattern's looking more progressively going towards a white pattern. So we'll keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on what snow decides to do in the models in the future. And we'll talk to you later. Meteorologist Dean Davis, the Weather Pros.